Hey y'all, I'm Rylan. Welcome to my channel. We are very quickly approaching the end of 2023 and I have very recently been reflecting over the goals that I have achieved this year and how I want to move forward into 2024 with new goals and hopes that I have in terms of my reading throughout the next year. So today I wanted to share those goals with y'all. There's nothing profound on these lists, but I really have some areas that I want to be held accountable in during this upcoming year that I probably claimed that I wanted to accomplish this year and definitely did not, but I want to take 2024 very seriously in a couple of areas. So I'm creating this video and I have some steps that I'm going to take to help keep me actually accountable in the new year, because we need to get going. We need to get serious about some of these things that I keep saying I want to do and then not actually following through on. So I have these goals split up into 3 different areas. I have just like my general reading / bookish goals. Then I have like a couple of goals for Instagram, and then I have a couple of goals for YouTube as well. But we'll go ahead and start off with my general reading goals for the 2024 year. Crazy how fast this year has flown by. But we're jumping into a new year very quickly. In 2023, my goal was to read 52 books. I achieved that, super happy about it. And I'm going to keep that same number for 2024 because I know that life is going to get busy. The first couple of months will be great because I won't be doing anything but work and then 1 class for school. But by the end of the year, I will be getting into thesis research and prepping to write my thesis in 2025 for my master's program. So I don't want to stress out about the number of books that I read next year. I'm keeping it at 52. Reading any number of books is a great number. I have been known to read a lot of books every year as I have not much of a life. So 52 books is a good goal for me. I'm sure I will get past that come summer of 2024, but that's my overall like reading goal for the new year. I'm going to be keeping my book budget for 2024 as well. If you're new to my channel or haven't seen those videos, every single month I do a wrap up of what I spent on books and book subscriptions, and then I go through my book haul for that month. And most months this year I have stayed underneath that budget because I unhaul books, and the money that I make in unhauls filter back into that book budget. I've been pretty good for the most part. The last couple of months have been a little bit tricky, not including November, but that has definitely helped this year with keeping my spending a little bit more in control. So I'm going to keep it again in 2024. So my max budget per month on books will be $150. My other like major goal, and this is where I need to be held accountable, is to get my NetGalley ratio up to 80%. I have had some of these books on my NetGalley shelf since 2020 and they seriously need to get off. But I want to review them because I don't want it to mess up my like ratio by not reviewing them. Like by saying I'm not going to review them on their like website, because that'll also mess up my ratio. So we're going to be like taking steps to proactively reach the 80% goal in 2024. I currently have, I think, 83 arcs on my NetGalley shelf that have been unread. I've read 130 some, I think, and still have a big chunk that have not been read. I did download the NetGalley reading journal that I'll be using to keep track of all my NetGalley stats in the new year and keep track of the books that I've read and when I've read them and all the fun stuff like that. But I also would like to read at least 3 NetGalley arcs per month every single month next year to motor me toward that 80% ratio goal. Ideally, I'll be reading more than 3 NetGalley books a month. But in order to be held accountable for this as well, I am going to be vlogging this arc journey every month. So I'll probably do like a week out of every month where I just read NetGalley arcs, and I'll have to like plan that accordingly. But that is my goal because I seriously need to get these arcs off my shelf because I would love to request new ones. But I don't want to do that until my NetGalley shelf is a little bit more under control. So 80% is my goal for 2024, and I am going to be taking steps to make sure that I get there, especially since I have again announced it on a video. Like, I need to be holding myself accountable and reaching that goal. And side notes, if you are also in the same boat as me and you want to like NetGalley read together, let me know, because I would be down to do that. I would also like to read 2 KU Kindle Unlimited books a month. I do have a subscription for this service that I paid for back in May for a whole year, and I've read a couple of KU books, but not as many as I should have to get my money's worth. So I need to be reading 2+ books on Kindle Unlimited every single month. So that is another goal that I have in terms of like the type of reading that I would like to be doing in the new year. I also need to be unhauling consistently as I do read things, especially things that I don't annotate or things I don't love. I should go ahead and just unhaul. I did do that very well this year, and I want to keep that up in the new year. And then like kind of just going for more of like comfort and like vibes. I would like to focus on my favorite genres this upcoming year, romance and thrillers, but I would also like to try to read outside of my comfort genres at least once a month. So 1 book every month is going to be a genre that's not romance or thrillers, because I would just read those books all the time. But I do have books on my shelves that don't fall into those genres that I bought because they sounded interesting, but my natural like tendency is not to gravitate toward them when it comes to picking my next reads. So I do want to get out of my comfort zone with genre at least once a month. And then the last general goal that I have is to read for at least 15 minutes a day. Most days I do achieve this. I do go through seasons where I am super busy and I don't read anything, and then I feel very stressed out. But it has been proven, it is known, that by reading just for a couple of minutes a day can help reduce stress and anxiety, and I need that. And I do read a ton, like I do read a ton. But on the days or like the weeks where I don't read, sometimes I do feel as though I'm more stressed out than when I am reading. So I do want to make sure that I'll be reading at least for 15 minutes every single day in 2024. And then moving into my social media goals for Instagram and YouTube, as well as I guess kind of Goodreads, if you count that as social media, I do want to share and post and write and upload more reviews to all the social media platforms, especially when it comes to advanced copies that I get. I do have some NetGalley releases coming out in early next year that I would love to write reviews for on pub dates, get reviews done for like before they're ready to go on the pub date. And I would love to do some vlogs maybe of upcoming releases that I review at the end of the videos. That way y'all can like get reviews out of me. I do post on Instagram occasionally, not as much as I used to before starting grad school, but I don't feature a ton of book reviews anymore. I do have some on my feed, of course, but not as much as I would love, especially because I do read a lot. I just am not very good at like posting photos. So I do want to post more reviews, specifically on Instagram, but also on my YouTube channel. And then I would also just like to post more reviews on Goodreads. It's super easy for me to type out a review. I just am like, I'll do it later, and then I never actually do. So I do want to do that. And then focusing specifically on Instagram, I would like to post at least 1 time a week in 2024 on my Instagram. And I would also like to make graphics in the new year. I do post a lot of like book pictures, and I will still post those, but I would also like to try doing more consistent graphic posts where like I talk about the top books that I read in 2023 or upcoming releases that I'm excited for, and like make those into a graphic on Canva and then upload it onto my Instagram. That is a big goal that I've had, and I did it a couple of times in 2023, but not super often, and I want to keep doing that because everybody else is doing it and it's so cute, and I love making those graphics as well. They're just very time consuming, but I want to be more intentional about sharing those types of posts as well. And then finally, for my YouTube channel, some of these are kind of out of my hands, but I feel as though if I am consistent in posting and am consistently engaging with other people, then maybe I could achieve these goals. But the first 2 that are 100% in my own hands are to post at least 1 video a week on my channel. I did that every single week, I think, in 2023. I had at least 1 video uploaded, so I'm excited about that. I think occasionally it was like every week and a half for a little bit of time a couple of months ago, but for the most part I uploaded every single week this year, and I loved it. I had so much fun with these videos that I did, and I want to take it up a notch in 2024 with the quality of the videos, but also just making sure that I'm consistent in posting, yeah, continuously. And then I would also like to do a live stream twice a month for reading sprints. I love doing reading sprints with y'all, and I want to keep doing them, but I also don't do them as consistently as I want to, because I do feel so much more motivated when I do live sprints, and so I want to make sure that I'm doing them at least twice every single month in 2024. This could include live sprints for the Mending Hearts Book Club, which I co-host with my bestie Stasia, but I do want to do at least 2 rounds of reading sprints every month live on my channel. And then the last 2 goals that I have that are kind of out of my hands, but also like I can take steps toward achieving them. I would love to hit 1,600 subscribers. I think my goal for 2023 was to reach 1,500, and I didn't quite get there, which is totally fine. But I did surprisingly actually get monetized, which I was not expecting to achieve this year. So my final goal for 2024 is to get to the point where I can receive my very first paycheck from YouTube. That'd be super exciting. Don't know if it'll happen, but I'm gonna throw it out there for myself because I'd love to work toward that. And if that means uploading certain videos or uploading more consistently better quality videos, then I am going to do that, because I think that would be a really cool thing to achieve in 2024, and I do think that it's possible as long as I continue working hard on this whole channel thing. 2024, I cannot believe, is already around the corner. I feel like the older I get, the more the years fly by, especially since I started working full-time and being in school. I just feel like the day sometimes moves super slow, but the months move really quickly, if that makes sense. But I'm super excited for 2024. I have a lot of fun plans that I would love to get into the works starting like now versus in the new year, but I cannot wait for 2024 to come. I think it's going to be a fun year. It'll definitely be crazy busy, but I think it's going to be a blast. Feel free to please let me know all of your 2024 goals in the comments down below, reading or otherwise. I would love to hear what you hope to achieve in the new year. But that is all that I have for y'all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.